Howdy y'all, Farmer Dre back at us on a beautiful day here on the farm. We're supposed to get some rain here about an hour or so, but I've been out here all morning getting high tunnel number 3 ready for plant, or that's the goal and the plan for today is get it ready, either plant tonight or tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I've been doing out here. Fun fact, we ate our first strawberry, or I ate the first strawberry out of here last night, and then we found another ripe one this morning. So strawberries in the tunnel here will be coming on pretty quick here. There's a lot of big fat ones. Anyways, this is the high tunnel number 3 here, and I'll explain what I did. If you guys can remember, this is where we had the fence going to the barn, and then we had to redo the fence around the whole thing. So we've actually never farmed this land right here, and you know, there were just animals grazing here in years past, which is totally fine. But since I wanted the looser soil down at the bottom and get everything ripped up, get a lot of the rocks out of here, I got the forks on our skid steer and just kind of dug out, kind of chisel plowed, redneck style chisel plowing, and tore up the soil about, I don't know, anywhere from 16 to 2 foot down. And it's nice and loose, big old clumps of stuff. And now I got the boys coming out here. They're gonna go ahead and start picking all the big boulders and big rocks. And I'm gonna get the rototiller ready and start rototilling everything so we can make it a nice, perfect, fluffy soil. That's the thing. Before you plant, make sure, or the first time you plant, make sure to take all the rocks out possible before you bring the rototiller, because the rototiller can get destroyed by the rocks. So anyways, I'm gonna go get the rototiller here connected by the time the boys come out here and pick up the rocks. I'm talking about rocks like this. Big old massive stuff that just get in the way of everything. So we got Moses and Isaac. Then to go ahead and start cleaning up, and if I come back and see a rock, I think I'm just gonna throw it at them or something. Yep. So we have all this fenced off here. I'm gonna get the plow here probably early next week and deep plow this and lay plastic for the vegetables we're doing. We're not gonna be doing too many more vegetables just because we just don't have the market and the demand from, and you know, we want to specialize in the fruit, so we will grow enough vegetables just to sell in our store here. And we have a produce stand off of 13 off the main highway. I don't know if you guys can see that red barn down there. I can't zoom in with the GoPro. So anyways, that's the main highway. We live about half a mile off the main highway, so I have a produce stand off there. And we do sell, you know, occasionally, you know, you got zucchini, squash, and cucumbers. And we'll do a lot of succession plantings of those, you know, plant 2 to 3 rows at a time. And I can fit quite a bit of rows of plastic mulch and drip tape out here. So we'll get this all deep plowed. So for the other tunnels, another 4 tunnels, I'll be going out here so we have plenty of room, and then I don't ever have to do that again, because once we plow it, pick up all the rocks, then we won't have to worry about it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the small tractor. If you guys are wondering and want to know how to pick rocks, just come out to Missouri and you guys will figure it out. We're still out here picking rocks, and Isaac went to go and grab some special forks we have to help us out, but there's still a ton of rocks out here, and I guess we're just gonna spend the rest of the day picking rocks here. So every single time I go through with the rototiller, I bring up more and more rocks out of the ground. So that's the beauty of it. I mean, we are turning trash ground into cash. So that's just part of it. You know, I wish I would have done this before we built the tunnel. And like I said, if we get this other side plowed and get the rocks out of there before we build the tunnels, it would make it a whole lot easier on our part. But we still have to spend the time and the energy to pick the rocks up anyway. So alrighty, so we got the world's best rock picking machine right here. It's called Moses and Isaac. They're getting it done, 1 rock at a time. 1,500,000 to go. Oh man, there's too many rocks in the soil. Alrighty, so the plan is to get all the big rocks, like all these smaller ones, the pebble rocks. That's not going to hurt us at all. And the only reason we are picking up the big rocks is for the equipment. A rototiller can only do so much. Can only take so much damage by a big old rock until it breaks. So you know, all this smaller stuff we're just gonna leave. And then of course, before we plant here next year again, we're gonna try to pull up as many rocks as we can. So it's just a you know, it's like fertilizing tomatoes. You got to do it every time. Same thing with picking rocks. You know, there's no way you can take them all at once. And if you do, you know, they're going to continue coming up from the bottom. So anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and once they get done with all the majority of the big rocks on top, I'm going to rototiller one more time. They're going to stay behind the rototiller, and if there's a big rock popping out of the ground, they're going to go ahead and put it in the bucket, and then I think we'll be done. Hopefully by tonight I can lay out the drip tape. I'm hoping. We'll see. I don't want to, you know, say too much stuff and then not get it done. But the goal for today is just get the soil ready for tomatoes. Is filled, and we're doing the last rocks here. Finishing up the last one. There's a lot of them in here. Like I said, for the plants, though, the roots will get around them, they don't mind. And I ripped it about 16 to 2 foot down, so there's a lot of loose soil down there, so there's gonna be plenty of room for the roots to grow. But, you know, slowly finishing up. Next year we'll be doing the same thing, so it's not too bad. So the way we go ahead and pick rocks is we have these forks here. There's little tiny grids on them. Just shove them in the ground. And the small stuff that we pick up, but the medium sized stuff is really not too bad. So they're about an inch away, inch apart there. So one rick, actually one rick there, but I think we got it from Lowe's or a local home and garden supply, farm and home supply. So yeah, this is fun. It beats bending down. Whenever you're 6 foot like me, bending down is a lot harder, or I gotta go a longer ways to bend down than these boys here. But yeah, these forks make it real nice, easy, efficient. And I think we're gonna go ahead and start a quarry out here, according to Isaac. The Brighton Quarry.
So many rocks.
So many rocks. It is what it is. Southwest Missouri for you, folks. So the majority of the rocks are picked. We'll come back tomorrow and try to finish some more off. And hopefully by tomorrow morning or tomorrow by noon, we'll get ready to plant. Because the prep work and everything else for planting tomatoes isn't too bad. All we gotta do is add some compost and then the fabric, landscaping fabric, drip tape, and then get the holes ready for planting. So just scheduling it out all at a day at a time. The apple orchard is blooming. The GoPro can't zoom up, but the galas are blooming back there. Galas and Johnsons are blooming right there, and then we got some high density galas.